If you clicked on this video, I assume that you already know how bad watching porn can be for us dudes. So I will not waste your time by telling you how bad it is or tell you everything that you already know. Let me get straight to the point. This is my story of how I quit my porn addiction and what it did to me. Back when I was 15 years old, like most teenagers, I was watching a lot of adult content and simultaneously beating my meat. Over years of consuming porn, I noticed that I progressively started to watch more and more messed up stuff. When I was first getting started, it was just censored pictures, but then a few years later, I was watching some things that I don't even think I can mention here on YouTube. By the time that I was around 16 years old, luckily my prefrontal cortex had developed well enough for me to ask myself, is this even healthy for me? That was where I first stumbled upon the no-fap community. Basically, it's a bunch of dudes that say no to porn and fapping. After scrolling through some of their content, my journey began. When I first started out trying to break this habit, I ended up relapsing a lot. My typical relapse cycle would begin by me going for just a pic, as they refer to it in the no-fap community. Normally, this would look like me going to Google and searching for images. Then I would relapse later that day. It was a 100% guarantee. If I went for just a pic, I would relapse sooner or later, and then I would end up feeling guilty about myself. I found out this is actually known as the addiction cycle, and it applies to any addiction: porn, drugs, booze, video games, whatever. In order to stop relapsing, I started to distract myself whenever I got these urges to go for just a pic. Whenever I felt an urge, I would start exercising, or start watching a video, or even just go outside, since you can't really beat your meat when you are outside. Those distractions worked for me, and I stopped going for just a pic to look at those images and videos, but I still had a lot of work to do. The first 3 years were really hard. It felt like an uphill battle. No matter how long I went without relapsing, I was going to lose eventually until I changed one thing. That was my mindset about this whole thing. I don't know if this will make sense, but whenever I got the urges to fap or watch porn, I made myself believe that I don't have urges to fap. I actually was having an urge to simply have sex. Sounds kind of dumb, right? But more importantly, did it work? Absolutely. This is because I began to see myself as a normal human with normal reproductive urges that we are all programmed to have, rather than some porn incel weirdo. I was allowing porn to distract me from the normal part of the human experience where we find a partner. Of course, this mindset shift didn't happen instantly. It took some time. But as soon as I began the process of changing my mindset about this situation and actually imagined how fucking pathetic I look from the side whenever I'm just sitting on the toilet and watching porn, this actually worked, and worked so well that I have gone more than 2 years right now, and I don't even think about watching porn or fapping. As cliche as it might sound, it was all about my mindset. During those 5 years, while I was trying to quit this habit for good, I watched countless videos about tricks and tactics, how to control the urges, what to do when you have the urges, and how to reach day 90. None of that advice worked for me. It only worked whenever I completely changed how I viewed myself and the world around me. But was all this worth it? Now let me share what benefits I got from quitting this dumb habit. Immediately, I became more productive. Not only does it take time and energy to find a good video and fap, but you also get a massive dopamine spike whenever you do that. Then when you're done, your dopamine levels drop below the baseline, so you become less motivated and basically can't do as much as you could. Thanks to quitting this habit for good, my baseline of dopamine also increased. That means I started to enjoy everyday things a lot more than before. Working out became more fun. Studying became more fun. I basically became just better at delaying gratification. My mental health has drastically improved. I noticed that I started to do other good habits right after I quit. I started to meditate, express gratitude, which helped me a lot to get into a better headspace. I quit playing video games, which was another huge problem for me that I will share in my next video. I wasted a lot of time on a lot of meaningless stuff. I got addicted to it very fast. So was quitting and this entire journey worth it? Yes, for sure. I became a better person, and it actually ended up forcing me to get outside my comfort zone and meet girls. If my younger self was watching this, I would tell him to just keep trying and not to give up early, because at the time, I was having a lot of doubts about whether or not I would be able to quit. Usually people watch porn for one of the following reasons. They do it because they don't have a girl. They do it to distract themselves from an uncomfortable feeling they don't know how to deal with. Or they do it because they think it's normal and part of their routine, but it's not normal. Now I am at the level where I have pretty much forgotten that porn and masturbation is even a thing. Now I have a girlfriend, a job, and I even have time to make YouTube videos like this. Low-key though, I do miss my girl Mia Khalifa and playing COD till like 5 a.m. Good joke, right? Thanks for watching this video. I would appreciate if you could like, comment, subscribe, and share this video with a friend that would relate.